Guys and dolls, just a wee quick video for YouTube and for my followers who watch my videos and every videos because I know I see the same people. I just want to say that I just had some really good news and I'm really chuffed to be honest with you that Tommy has thanked me on his X account. So I am like the video done about Nigel Farage, so I'm over the moon. I really am over the moon. I've followed Tommy for the last 15 years. I've watched everything he's went through. That's why I'm so passionate about it. You know what I mean? Like he's being somebody who's been in prison, and I know what prison's like. And then when I seen Tommy get put into prison, and at the time when he was put into prison, he was put into prison for like contempt of court, and you couldn't find anybody who's done time for contempt of court. You could search, but you wouldn't find it. And like, never mind 2 years or whatever it was, or a ridiculous amount of time. And then you know, I knew what was going on in the prison. To be honest with you, like I knew through my contacts what was going on. I knew that he was in solitary confinement. I didn't know. I had an idea that he wouldn't be able to eat the food. I knew that. I knew the questions that I asked when he got to jail back then was who works in the kitchens. It's the first thing I asked the guys that I've got contact with in the English prison system, and it was Muslims. So I knew straight away he wasn't going to be able to eat. I did worry about his safety. I really did, and I've have made this clear in my videos. If he does go to prison again, I don't think, I don't think he will get back out. I really don't. I don't, and it'll be a mistake or a door left open or a new officer wasn't aware, and like, oh, like a camera won't it'll be working, it'll be one of them scenarios, and that's concerns me. I was just glad that he got out that time, and like I say, I don't know Tommy Robinson personally. I'm gonna make that clear. He does not know me, and I do not know him. I've never spoke to him. I've never had a message from him or nothing like that. Right? Because I wouldn't put myself on to anybody like that. I wouldn't send him a message because of my background and my history. I wouldn't want to bring any bad stuff to him. You know what I mean? Really, like, even though it is what it is. You know why I am who I am, and like, I'm an open book. Um, there's nothing that I've done in my life that I'm not proud of. If you know what I mean. Yeah, I am. You understand what I'm saying? I know why I've did what I've did. I've done a lot of stuff that I'm not proud of, but at the same time, I know why I did it. You know. Um. But back to Tommy. Um. Yeah. So with seeing him coming out of that sentence, then I realized he told us what happened. You know, and how close he came to it all being over. And that would have been it, And probably now, today, there would have been just a few really loyal ones that would be talking about him. And that's the truth. That's the sad truth of it. They're, that's the way it is. That's the way the government would have it. You wouldn't be able to put stuff up about him, like memorials or anything like that. The government, just like they've silenced him. If you think how hard they silenced him when he's here, can you imagine how hard they would silence him when he wouldn't be here? So, with that in mind and thinking about stuff like that, you do get quite com- compassionate and passionate about it. It's hard not to get emotionally involved in it because he's just a young man from Luton. That's all. And it's clear when you watch his Oxford Union speech, he explains it quite clearly, you know. And I don't think any of my mates or me would have been any different. Obviously, I don't have the swingers to do what he did. It's the truth, I would have give up. I couldn't have handled it, you know. I couldn't have handled that. I don't. My heart couldn't have handled that, And I don't even know what damage it's done to him, to be honest with you, because I know what trauma does to you. I know how it affects. That's how I know most of the people who's been through trauma with me in my life aren't here anymore. Because it affects you, makes you know well. It's like grieving, and people say, "Oh, Billy died there, and then his wife Agnes died about 2 months later." It's because she's grieving. It makes you know well. I don't know what it is, but it's true. And trauma. He went through trauma. He's been traumatized. He's been through trauma. There's one, no doubt about it. One of the paranoia and the threats on his life constantly, and sometimes, you got to understand this man was walking alone. All right, fair enough. He's getting a bit of support now, and financially, people are helping him with his legal costs and everything. But he's putting out the content. Let's be honest. He's putting out stuff that, whew, you know, blows Panorama right out the window. Blows any documentary company out the window, doesn't it? You know what I mean? That's how crazy it all is. You know what I mean? But it's like it's you've got to see it for what it is. You got to try and put yourself in that position, and how would you handle it? And I'm telling you, you don't know the half of it. You don't know the nitty gritty ins and outs, and all the family and the security and the moments when you think somebody's out there. You know, always remembering your security, your doors, your locks, your alarms, everything. Constantly being aware, head on a swivel. You don't know what that does, then, man. You really don't. You really do not know what that does, man. So I look at it from a different perspective, guys. Because I'm brought up in Belfast and been around things, I can relate to quite a lot of things he's been through, you know. I slept with metal plates under my bed. We all did. We all have metal gates on our doors, at the bottom of our stairs, you know. Um, so yeah, I know exactly the things that you don't think about that man's been through is horrific. Believe you me, it is absolutely horrific, you know. But that's my, that's why I am a supporter of Tommy Robinson. Um, for anybody that's coming and look at me to see what I'm about, this is it. If you want to know why I support Tommy Robinson, I would support any man, whether he's an IRA man, any man that went through this by our government, I would be behind him 110%. Doesn't matter who you are. Because there's nobody else out there in history of this country that's been persecuted as bad as Tommy Robinson. Not once. Google, have a look, research it, bring me something. Bring me something. Yeah, the Crays, they spent a long time in jail. They shouldn't have spent so long in jail, but, the Crays were the Crays. This isn't the Crays. This is a guy from Luton. Hasn't committed any crimes. That like, the government done him on and I mean, the mortgage thing with through his cousin and that, you know what I mean? And like, everybody makes mistakes in life. Everybody does things in their teenage life and 20s, but he's no criminal. I know criminals. Tommy Robinson is not a criminal, you know. But listen, I'm not trying to tell you anybody that's on here looking at this right now that support Tommy Robinson. I don't care what you do. It's up to you. You know what I mean? I'm telling you why I support Tommy Robinson. Why some videos I do are about Tommy Robinson. I could not come onto this platform and talk about me and my life and not talk about Tommy Robinson. It's as simple as that. Because for the exact reasons I've just said, nobody's been persecuted like that in this country. Nobody. You need to go to China and Russia back in the day, South Korea. That's where you need to go to find persecution on that level, you know? And I'm not the proudest guy in the world, but I know how to research things. I know how to put in things into Google, you know? Because it's mind blowing, the difference. It's mind blowing. It really is. The mind blowing how he's been treated, you know? And you all know what I know to a certain extent, but all I'm saying is I can see underneath the fabric. I can see the bones of the situation. And if you could see what I could see, I promise you would give up any hobby you have, any passion you have in anything, and you would throw it into making sure Tommy Robinson doesn't go back to prison. Because if our government put Tommy Robinson back in prison, I guarantee you any money in the world, the chances of that man coming out of any of them prisons alive are very, very slim. Guarantee it. And that's what it's all about. I'm not going to sit here, have a platform, and not try and save a man's life. No chance. Think what you want of me. I'm a bank robber. I have been brought up in Belfast and involved in stuff, but I'm just like you. I'm skin and bone. I bleed. You know, and well, no, not anybody. I'm not here to like justify anything. I'm just telling you who I am, why I think the way I think, and why I'm behind Tommy Robinson. You know, and I'm gonna say this again. Tommy Robinson does not know me. Never met the guy. Never been to any of his protests. Right, because of situations arising in my life at the time, and I've never messaged him. I've commented on some under some of his stuff and liked some of his stuff and X. Never direct messaged him, and he's never direct messaged me. Okay, I just want to make that very, very clear. Just in case any of you lefties want to try and go, oh, I'm a such and such a bank robber backing up Tommy Robinson. This is the strength of, you know what I mean, and all that rubbish. You know what I mean? If you are going to go and say something about that, look at me properly. Because I'll be coming right back at you. I'll blow you right out of the water. So do your research. Trust me, I've got the receipts to everything I say. Thanks everybody else for listening. All my followers, I'm over the moon. I'm so chuffed. You know what I mean? I really am. I am. I said that I phoned my partner up straight away. You know what I mean? And then told her to tell her man all that. So yeah, I'm over the moon. And obviously I've messaged a few of my good friends to let them know as well. And yeah, what can I say? I'm chuffed. Thanks very much, guys. Have a really good Saturday night, and God bless you all.